starting off with a little praise dance. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Living My Blessed Year. I am Joy, and I'm happy you are in our Facebook group. How is everyone doing today? I pray all is well. I'm excited about the Living My Blessed Year series, and I hope you are enjoying it. And in a few moments, I will be talking to Rosalind. Rosalind co-hosted with me on our first episode, so I'm happy that she will be joining me again. And on our last episode, we talked about writing the vision, and I was so happy to hear that you enjoyed our time together. So today, we are talking about how are you spending your valuable time? So many of us have been raised to believe that our worth is equal to our accomplishments, and doing more is the path to success. There are so many books and resources on this topic. Some say, do more, work hard. Others say, do less, simplify, make your life easier. Everybody has an opinion. But what do you say? Let's talk about it. Now, I hope you enjoy my time with Rosalind. Hello, Rosalind.
Hi, Joy.
Thank you for being on our Living My Blessed Year episode 2. Yay.
Yay.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you. How are you?
I am doing well, and I am so happy to chat with you again.
Me too.
Let's just take a moment right now and let's just breathe and relax. Do you have your coffee or your tea or your water?
I have my water so I can hydrate. Yes.
Oh, that is really good. All right, let's just take a moment and just pray. Father God, I just thank you for today. I thank you for all that you're doing. I thank you for Rosalind and her graciousness. She is such a blessing. I pray for each lady in our Facebook group, and I pray that they be encouraged on today, and I pray that their expectations are met, and that they continue to be motivated, inspired, and empowered to be all that you created them to be. And we just thank you for your many blessings, and we praise you in the name of Jesus. Amen.
In Jesus' name, amen.
So Rosalind, today we are talking about how are you spending your valuable time. Are you ready to dive in?
Yes, I am.
Okay, let's do it. So Rosalind, you may recall from our vision board party that time management is one of the areas that I'm currently working on improving. And you know, I put a phrase on my vision board that says, don't let a lost hour turn into a lost week. And I also have a clock right next to that phrase because I have a lot of things going on. And I just need to keep better track of my time and my schedule. So a tool that works best for me, as you know, is a planner. It's just a great place for me to write down all my plans, track daily habits. I tick off my to-do list, and it also helps me with goal setting. It helps me keep track of my appointment calendar, my gratitude log, and my daily water intake. And also I can rate my week and list my weekly accomplishments. So Rosalind, why do you think time management is so important?
Well, first I think that you accomplish more when you manage your time well. And so it's really important to prioritize your tasks based on importance first, and then also to control, what you're doing. So like control the distractions that waste time, and also to not procrastinate as much. And then when you control your time, you have less stress and anxiety.
Yeah, that's good. Time management helps you stay on top of your tasks, and it just helps us get more done. And studies have shown that it's not limited time that's the problem. It's bad time management. So we are not managing our time effectively. And I am definitely guilty of this. So,
Me too.
yeah, did you set aside time to plan your week?
I do plan my week. I'm better in some areas than others, and this is still a process and I'm working on right now. But I do plan my week by putting things on my calendar on my phone, and then tasks on in my planner.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so let's talk about some things that can waste our time during the day. Let's start with not planning your meals. Okay. My husband and I, we talk about our meals for the upcoming week, and he buys the groceries. And one thing that I don't like is standing in front of my refrigerator or in front of my pantry and deciding what to cook. So I'll plan to make, like a pot of spaghetti, or I'll make a pot of chili, and then we'll have leftovers for a couple of days. Or he'll make a pot of beans, or he'll make some cabbage, and he may cook some fish or some chicken to go along with it. So generally, we plan our meals daily. However, we don't pre-package them for the entire week. You may recall from some of the videos that I've posted in our group that he does not like wasting food. He's so funny. And also occasionally on the weekends, we'll go out to eat. But the funny thing is, Rosalind, I actually have scheduled times for eating meals in my planner during the week, because I'm trying to lose a few pounds this year. And as you know, that most dietitians believe that planning meals and snacks ahead of time increases the chances for success. What about you, Rosalind? Do you plan your meals?
There are times I do plan ahead because I know there's certain things that, I want. But other times I try to plan, a couple of days at a time. Not like a whole week, because I know I have family that have been doing meal planning. They do 5 days ahead of time. That's not me. But I will do like a day or two, or things that could be leftovers. But sometimes my husband and I both don't know what we want, and so that makes it complicated. So I think the planning would help, because I do want to become healthier and to lose some weight, and just to make sure that good, healthy meals are on the table when we need it. So I have to do a little bit better on the planning.
Yeah, I think it saves time. Planning your meals does save time and money. Save money.
It does.
Yeah. Okay, what about watching TV out of habit?
This one is a hard one for me, because at one time there's certain programs that I love, and I would watch them. And I think one of the things is, now that I'm retired, I can watch morning programs. Mm-hmm. And the bad habit is, if the TV's on, I'm watching it, right? That's not good use of my time. So now I'm working on only certain ones are important, and watch those and make sure I get my tasks done, and not have TV be the distractor. So I'm trying to get away from that.
There's a quote that I like that says, "What you stay focused on will grow."
That's good.
Yeah. So I try to stay focused on my priorities for the day, and not let my mind wander off to less important actions, because if I do, I'll hardly ever finish what I started. So once I'm in work mode, I turn my cell phone down. And also, something that I am doing new this year is I don't turn the TV on until the evening. I used to watch TV in the mornings, but I found myself getting caught up on watching one show after another show. Okay, so I don't.
It's a bad cycle, huh?
Yes. So I don't even turn it on anymore in the morning. Yeah. What about social media, mindless scrolling? So I am working on checking my social media accounts a couple times in the morning, a couple times in the afternoon, and again in the evening, unless I have some special events, like someone is going live and I know about it, or a video is being posted, or maybe a certain post that I know about, or on a special birthday, like for me or one of my family members, then I'll check my accounts more often because I like to see what people are saying. And then I also like to like their comments. Just like I tell you, you guys about the Living My Blessed Year video. I tell you in advance. And that is so that you know when it's going to be posted. Also, you can schedule a time to view it. So I am enjoying Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. What do you think?
Well, with social media, the only one that I'm really on right now is Facebook. And then, I do, check things on the internet. But I really limit my time that I'm on social media because I find that it could be a time waster. Mm-hmm. It's real easy to get on there and you forget that you've been scrolling through it and wasted a good 30 minutes, So I'm really mindful of trying to just get on there maybe once a day or twice a day, just mainly to tell people happy birthday or to do particular things and then get off. Because I don't want to really waste my time, doing that when I need to be doing something else. So social media doesn't happen to be as much of a problem for me because I know it's easy to get distracted and stay on too long. So I've really nipped that in the bud.
Oh, that's good. But I know you go to the Equipped to Soar Facebook group, right?
But of course, yes, I do. That's important.
All right. What about not having a visual to-do list?
I find it really important to have to-do lists. So even for like when I go grocery shopping, to really write out everything that you need for the day or so, because sometimes I go to the grocery store twice a week, mainly because I want fresh things. So, and then your task is to use the planner and put things in the planner and then also in my phone, because my phone will give me alerts. So to-do lists are really important to me because it makes me stay on task.
Oh, that's good. So one of the things that I currently do now to help me properly manage my time and get more done is I have to make a to-do list. And what I do is I allocate time to each item from my to-do list. And then I schedule those tasks onto my calendar in my planner. In the planner, the calendar is right on the opposite page. So by doing this, I'm no longer indecisive about what I have to do next and whether or not if I finished everything I needed to. And as a result, I just feel more energized, and it helps me feel calmer and less stressed about my workload and calmer about the end results.
That's great. That is really good. Because sometimes when you do a to-do list, sometimes you forget to put that on the calendar and schedule it. So that's great.
Yeah. What about not planning in advance? So for me, I am now getting much better at planning in advance. And this year, I'm working on properly managing my time so that I don't have to worry about missing deadlines or forgetting errands, because I've already planned them in my time in such a way that it prevents these mishaps from happening. And so I'm just getting better, and I'm still working on it, but I'm getting better at planning in advance. What about you?
I'm doing that now. I mean, for work, I always did, but as I said, I'm retired now, so you kind of got off of the schedule, but I really do feel like it's really important to plan in advance. You know, there's that saying, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. You need to know the direction you're going. So it's always good to, you know, plan out your upcoming day and your week, and sometimes even your month, so you know what's going on.
That's right. That's right. I have to do this now. What about procrastinating?
Well, that is a stickler for me, and I think you and I have talked about this in the past, is me and papers. It's just getting my paperwork done, is filed and purged and those type of things. That is a procrastinating part for me. But other than that, I do try to do what I have to do. So this is an area that I know is kind of a Achilles heel for me, and I'm trying to work on that.
Oh, okay. Because I'm getting better at planning in advance, I'm now able to focus more and procrastinate less.
That's great.
Oh my goodness, yes. But I try to work on a fixed schedule now. And so with tasks allocated to specific time slots in the day, it's just easier for me to stay focused that way. And also I have personal deadlines to meet for each task. And as a result, I find that my delay on each task is just much less.
Right.
Yeah. What about not being organized? So being organized is very important for me. Being more organized has helped me to single out my priorities and schedule my time in such a way that even on Valentine's Day weekend, I managed to help my daughter with her children. I attended Bible study. I went to dinner with my family, and I still was able to spend quality time with my hubby, and we even snuck in a quick getaway trip to the Bay Area. And when I returned, I was able to relax and enjoy President's Day off before returning to work in my business. So, woohoo!
Way to go!
I know.
Jackson this weekend. That's good.
Yeah, I'm still working on it, but I'm getting better, more organized. What about you?
I'm doing a little bit better on like organizing my time, except for, like I told you, on that little bit of stuff with like the paperwork. And I think it's really important because the more organized you are, the less stressed you are. Yes. When you're disorganized, it just causes chaos. So.
Yes, I agree. Okay, so let's go to overloading.
Well, for me on overloading, I don't have that as much of a problem as I used to with my job before, because I used to travel with my job, and so you're adding to your work day because you have to travel, and then adding in your personal life and all of these other things, and I was having a hard time saying no, you know, and so I was trying to do it all and feeling overloaded and not having enough time. I don't have that as much, and I'm getting a little bit better at accepting and doing the things that I know I want to do and not doing the things I don't really need to do.
Ooh, not doing the things I don't really need to do. Ooh, I love that. For me, because I have so much going on, I was always overloading. Oh my goodness, I was always racing to beat a deadline, and it just gets very stressful, and then you don't always know if you'll be successful. So I just finally said, you know, let me just stop, lay out my tasks with specific time that I need to finish each of them. And once I did this, it just became easier for me to single out my priorities and just, make better arrangements. And so I noticed that it also minimized my stress.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's good. Mm-hmm.
And so another thing that wastes our time during the day, Rosalind, is not blocking out chunks of time. So for me, I needed to be able to set a better work and life balance for myself. And so I started to divide my day between my work obligations and my personal matters on paper. And so now this is helping me get closer to establishing a clear work-life balance. And it helps me make sure that I actually find time for both, like I mentioned that I did on Valentine's weekend. And so I say blocking out chunks of time is very important. What do you think?
I think that it is very important, and what I'm finding is really blocking out time to do the things that are necessary for everyday life, but also, for my spiritual growth. Yeah. I needed to find more time to, read my devotionals, read the Word, getting that into me to feed me, to help me move forward as a spiritual person also. So that's the chunks of time I really have to start putting on my calendar, which I was not. And that's the area of growth I want. So I like that idea of just, putting those times and putting them and making sure you have a better balance.
Yes, yes. What about relationships that don't add value?
Well, this is a deep one. I think the thing is that as a people pleaser, you want to have people in your life, and sometimes people don't add value because they're either, going against the plan of things that you value, and you have to take a hard look at that and decide that they shouldn't take up as much time in your life if they're not adding value, or they're being toxic towards you, or going against your plans. So, or causing stress, because, if you're stressed, you can't work well. So it's just doing an internal assessment and making sure that you're doing what is the best valuable time of your life, including relationships.
Yes, this one is very interesting. Did you know that time management and stress management are intertwined? And so we know that less stress helps us lead a healthier life, more relaxed life. And when you reduce your stress levels, you'll feel more capable of tackling your problems in life faster, and you'll save more time in the process. But why do we add stress to our lives by having relationships that don't add value?
That is a really good question. That's a question that makes you go,
Yes. Well, we have to learn to say no. Say it with me. No.
No.
No is a complete sentence.
That is true.
A wise person once told me, and I quote, "Like the farmer, we have to daily watch our good seeds grow while watchfully weeding out any rebel seeds."
That's a good one.
So I'm going to say that again. Like the farmer, we have to daily watch our good seeds grow while watchfully weeding out any rebel seeds. So, in other words, we have to learn to let relationships that don't add value, let them go. Okay, moving on. Yes. Okay, what about not being intentional?
Basically, I think that for this one is just, intentionally doing exactly what you plan to do that day. And that is an area where I really have to work on that, because I know that for the most part, I set out certain things that I need to do. But for me, this is really saying, on this day, I'm intentionally taking and blocking this amount of time and doing it and staying focused to do that. And a lot of times, it's easy to get distracted and not do that. So I've been working on trying to stay intentional to do exactly what I'm supposed to be doing.
You know what? Sometimes it's not under my control. Sometimes I just succeed because of luck, despite, not trying too hard. But for the most part, I try to be intentional every day. I get up each day and I just make an effort to work hard and to be productive and, just use my time wisely. And this year, I wanted to see if I really put effort in trying to live my blessed year, what would that look like? So I'm putting more of an effort into working my plan and being intentional. And our last one is prioritizing the wrong things. So sometimes I just have to slow down and just breathe. Because once I've prioritized and organized what's really important, the next step for me is to focus on my priorities. Because if I just let my mind wander off to other less important actions, I'll hardly ever finish what I started. So sometimes I just have to maybe just like close all the tabs in my browser except the one I'm currently working on. Or I may even have to turn my cell phone down and focus all my attention on my work. Or depending on my current priorities, I will sometimes just put everything away and I may just go and focus my attention on my loved ones.
That's great. Because that's a priority too.
Oh yeah. So what about you?
I think the thing is that you're right on the prioritizing the wrong things, is that things come at you daily for you. If that means putting yourself in a room away from everything, taking all the distractions away, that's what you need to do.
Yes, that's really true. So we can all improve on these things that waste our time during the day. And I know we can't fix them all at once, but what I suggest is maybe, you pick 2 or 3 to work on. And so I'm really working on good time management this year. And I want to spend less time being busy as a bee and more time being productive. And so I am taking control of my schedule and I am properly managing my time. Oh, I think these will be my affirmations for today, Rosalind.
Woo, that's good.
Yes, maybe I'll write this down. I am taking control of my schedule and I am properly managing my time. And this also lines up with my vision board. That phrase I put on there, don't let a lost hour turn into a lost week.
That's great.
Yeah. So as we wrap up, whether you work full-time or part-time, or maybe you are retired, or maybe you're a stay-at-home mom, or maybe you own your own business, we all know that good time management is important. And I pray that you are taking control of your time and on your specific activities, and you're working smarter than harder. And so effective time management skills don't just benefit our professional lives, but they can also improve our personal life outside of the office. So I suggest that you start with a little planning, knowing the right time to do a task or an activity, and prioritizing will also help you realize that not everything you do is important. And I think you mentioned that also, Rosalind. So take some time to figure out the most important tasks and then the ones that are urgent. And I also suggest that you choose the model that works best for you. I like to say also, remember to lead with love and appreciate every moment.
That's wonderful.
So I thank you, Rosalind. Thank you for talking with me today.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you allowing me to talk to you about this. And then also I just want to thank you for your leadership. It's been really great.
Thank you. As always, I always enjoy talking to you. Don't you guys just love Rosalind? And we just love your voice.
Thank you.
And she's so well spoken. I love it.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you.
All right. Until next time, I say take care. God bless you. So this concludes episode 2 of Living My Blessed Year. Now that you heard what Rosalind and I had to say, now it's your turn to sound off. What are some things that you can do to better manage how you spend your valuable time? Also, what are some things that waste your time during the day? And what tips do you have on how we can better manage our time? Be sure to share your thoughts in the comments. When you learn to take control of your time, you improve your ability to focus. All right, everybody, have a blessed day and have a blessed rest of the week. And we will see you back here on another episode of Living My Blessed Year. Bye-bye.